Okay, hi guys. So this is the second class of the corporate accounts. In the previous class, we have discussed only the paper pattern. That's all. So nothing more important we have discussed in the yesterday's class. So today we are going to see the introduction of the corporate accounting, the original introduction of the corporate accounts. So in the previous class, we know in the question paper we are having how many sections? Two sections, section A and section B. In the section A, they will ask about the MCQs. Here in the corporate accounts, we are having the two subjects. Corporate accounting is one of the subject, and another one is called as what? Audit. So audit will be dealt by whom? Rohit Grover sir, and myself I am discussing about only the corporate accounts part. So in the section B, we are having the descriptive questions. So totally they are going to have 7 questions. In that, go and call the in charges. In that 4 questions we have to write. We are getting from the corporate accounts, and 3 questions we are getting from the audit. So in the book's point of view, I have discussed in yesterday's class. Just give me a 5 minutes. Let them join the students. Okay guys, so we are having the following topics. Already I have discussed in yesterday's class. So only the 4 chapters will be there. Accounting for issue of shares and debentures and redemption of debentures. And there is a schedule 3 is called as nothing but financial statements regarding to the companies. So this schedule 3 will not be followed by the banking, electricity and insurance. And there is a concept called accounting standards. Sorry guys, there is a technical issue. Just give me a second. Okay. Okay, we can start. So what are the topics we are having, 4 topics. So we are directly jumping into the first topic, accounting for shares and debentures. Okay, now don't worry. The students, those who are not listen the classes regarding to the group 1 also no problem. Directly you can listen the group 2 classes, because I will teach the basics whenever if you want. Okay, na guys, no problem. Okay, so just keep the heading. Chapter 1. Those journal entries we can discuss at the time of discussing of journal entries, at the time of issue of shares, no problem. Let us see the introduction to the corporate accounts. The chapter 1 is called accounting for shares and debentures. So in this we are having the units like unit 1, 2, 3 like that. We are having this nearly 9 units. So the unit 1 is nothing but introduction to account company. So we can see what is the meaning of companies. So what are the features are available in the company, all the things we can discuss. So next, unit 2, nothing but issue of shares for feature and reissue. Next, unit 3 is nothing but right issue and bonus issue. Right issue and bonus issue. Next, when coming to the unit 4, we'll understand the meanings one by one in that particular unit 1, no problem. First write the chapters names. Next, sweat equity shares. So generally this sweat equity shares is also called as ESOP. Next one, unit 5. They will give about employee stock options. And next one, unit 6, about buyback of shares. This is the most important concept. Nowadays in the examination, they're asking this buyback. So next, when coming to the unit 7, is nothing but redemption of preference shares. Next one, unit 8, issue of debentures and redemption. Next, unit 9, the last one, about underwriting of securities. So these are the 9 units we are having in the chapter 1, accounting for shares and debentures. In the today's class, I am straight away focusing on unit 1, introduction to the companies. So without knowing the company, we cannot discuss all the types of issue of shares for a feature, nothing but debentures. We have to learn one by one. There is a terminologies relating to this introduction to the company. What is the meaning of share? What is the meaning of debenture? How many types of shares? All the things we can discuss one by one. Okay, guys? So please note down this one. Completed, huh? Okay, now we are going to start the unit 1, So next put the heading Unit 1 Introduction to the Companies. Intro to company. Or if you want, you can write Introduction to Company. So generally, for doing the business, we are having the three types of entities. Can you say? Can anyone in the class? How many types of entities we are having? The three types. First one is called as sole proprietorship. What is the meaning of sole proprietorship, ma? Only one person will do the business. So he is only will bring the capital. For the losses also he is only liable. For the profits also he is only liable. And if you want to do the business more than one person, there is option called as what, ma? Partnership form. And again, why the company is coming to the picture? That one we are going to discuss in today's class. So where have one person means we can do the sole proprietor. More than one person means we can do the partnership. Then why the company is coming to the picture suddenly? So we can discuss. So write along with me. In general, for doing the business, we are having three types of entities. So divide the page into the three parts, or we can divide like this also. What is the first one, ma? Sole proprietorship. Sole proprietor. Next one is called as partnership form, we can call it as. And next one is a company. What is the meaning of sole proprietor, ma? In one liner we can say it is a business entity owned and managed by single person. Can you say the examples, ma? What are the examples we are having? Kirana shop, okay. A small kirana shop. Kirana is nothing but a grocery shop, ma. So if you are not knowing, the grocery shop, a small grocery shop is nothing but an example. And next one, we can take a tea stall. Is an example for the sole proprietorship. Next one, what is the meaning of partnership, ma? It is a business owned by two or more persons. It is a business owned by two or more persons and agreed to share profits and losses. Can you say the examples? What are the examples we are having the partnership, ma? CMA forms, CA forms, lawyer forms. Yes or no, ma? So we can write first CMA because we are CMS. So CMA forms Next one ma, CA forms. Why we can do the practice only in the form of forms? We can conclude in today's class. Okay na? And next we can take the law forms or the examples. All the professionals can do the practice only through the forms. We should not start the companies. So these two things you know already. Either you can learn in the foundation or you can learn in the intro of group 1. Okay na? Now we are going to discuss about the main point is called as what ma? Company. Can anyone in the class, can you say the definition of the company? Already those who have listened the classes in the group 1, they can answer this question. It is an artificial person. Yes or no ma? Why it is called as an artificial person? Created by law. Anything created by law is called as what ma? Artificial person. Normally it is having any feelings are like that ma? It is not in human beings. It is not created by God. It is created by law. It is called as an artificial person. Having a separate legal entity. Okay na? We can write. A company is an artificial person created by law. And having a separate ownership. Separate owners. Nothing but separate legal entityship. So can you say the examples of the company? The most popular company is called as Reliance, Tata, Infosys. Okay na? So the Reliance is one of the example, and Tata. The Reliance is also a limited company. Tata is also a limited. What is the meaning of limited ma? Public company. So private means we can call it as a private limited. I will say the types of companies also in the today's class. So this is the overall view in how many forms we can do the business. Now, why the people are used to form a company in order to not to form a partnership form means there are a features. We have to decide, we have to discuss one by one feature in the today's class. And let's keep the side heading called as what ma? Features of the company. Trust me, only 1 to 3 classes will be bored. From there onwards, we can enjoy the accounting entries and all the things. Okay na? So what is the first feature of the company? What is the first feature? Separate legal entity. For this understanding about this feature, I am taking an example. Just a second ma. Who is this person? Vijay Mallya. Okay, nice. In my childhood, I am thinking like Vijay Mallya means it is a lady, but he is what ma? He is a man. And which company is having the Vijay Mallya ma? Kingfisher Airlines. So Kingfisher is having the so many business types, but is one of that business type is called as what ma? Airlines. Now nowadays the airlines is there or not there? Kingfisher Airlines is not there. What the Vijay Mallya is done ma? Vijay Mallya is a founder of the Kingfisher. Yes or no ma? So we can call it as a promoter also. Okay na? He is a founder of the Kingfisher Airlines. He has invested into the company. But there is a main concept is called as in accounting is called as what ma separate legal entity. Business is a different person, owner is a different person. But what this person have done ma, this person taken loan on the name of company. Taken loans on the name of what ma company. And he is saying that I am not taking the loans. Who has taken the loans ma? Kingfisher Airlines have taken the loans and go and ask to that company. So this is called as what ma separate legal entity, because here the owner is a different person and a business is a different person. This feature will be available in three forms ma. Sole proprietor also the same feature will be available or will not be available? Will be available. Partnership form also will be available, and companies also will be available the same feature. And I will discuss some more features. That type of features are not available for the some of the points and will be available for the company. Okay na guys, this is the first one. You can write this example like Vijay Mallya and Kingfisher, or otherwise you can put anything. Or just simply you are writing what ma first one separate legal entity, because we are having the concept book, you can refer in that book, no problem. And next one ma, can anyone, what is the second feature? What is the second feature ma? Perpetual succession. What is the meaning of perpetual succession? See man, you have started the gold business in your village. Okay now, if you are died means that business will be there or will not be there? Will not be there. If your son having that knowledge, he will take over. Otherwise, will be there or will not be there? Amma? Will not be there. That means for the sole proprietorship, perpetual succession is there or not there? No, that means after the owner not existence also business should be there. That is called as what ma perpetual succession. For company it will be there or will not be there? Yes, for company will be there. How it is means I will explain. Okay na? So next write the perpetual succession. For this, I will take the example of another company we can take. Who is this person ma? You don't know this person? Okay, I will take another photo, you can remember who is this person. Who is this person? Mukesh Ambani. Mukesh Ambani father. Who is the Mukesh Ambani father? Dhirubhai Ambani. Okay na? And what is the brother's name of Mukesh Ambani ma? What is the brother's name ma? Anil Ambani or not? See man, and what is the company name ma? Which company is having the Dhirubhai Ambani? Reliance. See this example, you can understand about the perpetual succession. First, who has started the Reliance company ma? Reliance company is started by Dhirubhai Ambani. This is the person called as what ma? Dhirubhai Ambani has started the Reliance. Now Dhirubhai Ambani is there or not there? Not there. Even though Dhirubhai Ambani is not performing the actions or not, is not there also. Who is running the who has take over this company's groups ma? Is take over by the Anil Ambani or Mukesh Ambani. That means still the company is existence is not existence. Still the company is existing. For that reason, company is having what ma? Perpetual succession. But sole proprietor will have the perpetual succession, will not have the perpetual succession. In the same way, partnership will not have the perpetual succession. If the partners are died means the partnership will be there or will not be there? Will not be there. So that is the reason company is having what ma? Perpetual succession. That means because of this reason also, what the people used to form ma? People used to form the companies in order to not forming of a partnership form. Okay na? So this is one of the example. I think you have got the clear picture about this one. And next one, third one. Third one is the famous feature is nothing but what ma? Limited liability. What is the meaning of limited liability ma? What is the meaning of limited liability? I will say the example, you can clearly understand. For example, if you take the sole proprietorship, in shortcut, can I write SP? What is the meaning of SP, ma? Sole proprietorship. I have started a tea shop. I have started what, ma? Tea stall. In this tea, for starting a tea stall, I have taken a loan. Okay, na? Where I can take the loan, ma? I have taken a loan in bank. Here. But in the running of the tea stall, I have got the what, ma? Losses. Now, these losses should be borne by whom? If I started, who has started, ma? For example, Bhanu. Bhanu have started the business of sole proprietorship, what, ma? Tea stall. So, for these losses, who is responsible? I am only the responsible for these losses. For this loan also, who is responsible, ma? I am also responsible. If you take the same example from the company point of view, even though we are getting the losses, these losses up to the share price, up to the share value, up to the whatever the guarantee you have given, from there only you have to be responsible. Our personal estate is not responsible. For example, I have invested into the business only 10 lakhs, ma. How much I have invested into the business? 10 lakhs. But I am getting a losses of rupees 11 lakhs. I'm getting a loss of rupees how much, ma? 11 lakhs. So in the company point of view, you can only liable up to the capital. Nothing but is called as what, ma? Up to the 10 lakhs. But when coming to the partnership and when coming to the sole proprietorship, you can liable up to what, ma? You can liable up to the 11 lakhs. Not only the 10 lakhs which we have invested into the business, 1 lakh you can recover from the personal estate of sole proprietor or a partners. But when coming to the company, it is possible, it is not possible. It is not possible. For that is the reason we are going to call it as what, ma? Limited liability, unlimited liability. Limited liability. For both the sole proprietorship and partnership will have what, ma? Unlimited liability. So this is the main reason the people are used to form the companies instead of forming what, ma? Partnership firms. I think you have got this clear picture. What is the first one, ma? The first one is a separate legal entity. So business is a different person, owner is a different person. So next one, what, ma? Perpetual succession means what, ma? Even the company proprietor is not, founder is not there also, the remaining shareholders will there. So they can run the business or they cannot run the business. They can run the business. And what is the third one, ma? Limited liability. And next, fourth one. And these are the small features we can understand. The fourth one is called as common seal. So what the meaning of common seal is nothing but signing by company. So we are the human beings. If you want, we can sign through the pen. Yes or no? How the company can sign, ma? Company is a human being. Company is not a human being. Company is an artificial person created by law. Company decision taken means who has taken the decisions? The owners have taken the decisions. Yes or no? Are you getting the point? So that is the reason. This is one of the feature for the company. So not only the company, for the partnership also we are having what, ma? Common seal. So these are the certain features when coming to the what, ma? Where, ma? Company's point of view. So I am going to open my concept book and I will explain what are the discussions are there. So till now we have discussed about what is the meaning of a company, and then what are the features of the company. What are the four features, ma? Separate legal entity, perpetual succession, limited liability, and the common seal. There is another one also, transferability of shares. What is the another one, ma? Transferability of share. We can transfer our portion of ownership to the another portion of another person with a freely transferable. Easily we can transfer. In the partnership it will be like that. No, there will be a lot of adjustments. Partnership deed will be there. If you remember, once again we have to change the partnership deed. If one person have been started, that means admission. If it is admission, once again what we need to do, ma? We have to change the partnership deed. Likewise in the companies, what are the documents will be there, ma? MOA and AOA. What is the meaning of MOA, ma? Memorandum of Association. What is the meaning of AOA, ma? Articles of Association. Okay, now Like in the partnership deed we are having, in the company what are the documents we are having ma? Memorandum of association or articles of association. So I am opening, please give me a second. See the introduction, till now we have seen these points only. A company is a what ma? Separate legal entity registered under the Companies Act. So in the old act or the new act, if anything registered under the Companies Act, it is called as what ma? Company. Company containing what ma? Individual shareholders holding the share. Okay, I will explain in tomorrow's class what is the meaning of share, who is the shareholder, all the things. Okay now. Here the shareholders are the real owners. Okay, let me take an example. I will discuss now itself. Okay, we are planning to start one company. For starting a company, the capital we are requiring 1 CR ma. How much capital we are requiring ma? 1 CR. 1 CR is a small amount, a big amount ma. Big amount. One comparatively nowadays 1 CR is a big amount, or we can take the more amount also. We can take the 10 CR. So directly one person cannot get the 10 CR. Directly can be invested by one person ma? No, it is not possible. It is a difficult task. For that reason, the total capital we are dividing into a small parts. The total capital we are dividing into a what ma? Small parts. So let us take an example of I am dividing into the 100 parts ma. So these are what ma? How many parts? 100 parts. So 10 crores divided by 100 parts means what is the each part cost? 10 crores divided by 100. How much ra? 1 crore divided by 100. 100 divided by 100. 1. Okay. Next 1000 divided by 100. 10. 10,000 100. Okay na. Next 1 lakh 1000. 1 crore 10,000. 10 crores 1 lakh. So each part cost is equal to how much ma? 1 lakh. That means how many number? So this 1 lakh is called as what ma? Share. We can write the definition in tomorrow's class. What is the meaning of share ma? A small part of the capital is called as what ma? Share. Okay na? If you see the Kit Kat, we are having how many parts? 2 parts. If you do the dairy milk, we are having 4, 4, 8. Yes or no ma? Or 5, 5, 10. So each bite of the dairy milk is called as what ma? Share. If you take the dairy milk is an example of what ma? Share capital. It is called as what ma? Share. What is the meaning of share ma? Right. What is the meaning of share ma? Right. The person who is holding the share is called as what ma? Shareholder. He is the real owner of the companies. Okay, now we are having the different types of shares. So we can discuss all the things, no problem. Now who is the owner ma? Shareholder. Okay, now I think you know the director. You know the director. So who is the director ma? Director means a owner or employee. I am not asking about the cinema directors like Rajamouli. Okay, na? Not like that. The company directors. I think you have completed the syllabus of group 1. The director means a owner or employee of the company. Employee or owner? I think shareholder will be the director. Yes or no? Shareholder only will be the director. Because why ma? Key decisions were taken by whom? Directors. That means shareholder should be the director na? No. Shareholder is not a director ma. Shareholder will appoint the directors. Shareholder will appoint the director. So director is nothing but employee of the company. He is also one of the employee, but he is taking the key managerial decisions. Okay na? So these are the certain examples. So those examples are given there. What is the meaning of share ma? A small part of the share capital. The person who is holding the share is called as what ma? Shareholder is a real owner. Who is the director? Director is an employee appointed by the shareholder. So I think now you have got the clear picture about these points. So separate legal entity, you know, registered under the Companies Act. Next one, what ma? Company contains the individuals called what ma? Shareholders, by virtue of holding the shares of the company. You know already. Shareholders are authorized by law to elect the board of directors. Okay na? Shareholders is not equal to the board of directors. They will appoint the board of directors. So through the board of directors, the company perform the activities as an artificial person. That is the reason the company is having what ma? Common seal. And what are the features we have discussed already? See the features ma. What is the first one? So it is existence only in the eyes of law. What is the first one ma? Separate legal entity. What is the meaning of separate legal entity? Is nothing but a owner is a different person and business is a different person. Common seal we have seen. Perpetual succession also we have seen. See the existence of independent of its members, it continues to be existence. So despite of the death of or insolvency of the changes of members. So even though one shareholder is insolvent, means what he can do ma? He can freely transfer that share to the other person. That is the reason perpetual existence will be there or will not be there ma? Will be there for the company. And the important feature is called as what ma? Limited liability or unlimited liability? Limited liability. That is only liable up to the share price. And next one is called as what ma? Distance between the ownership and the management. So who will do the management? Directors will do the management. Who are the owners? Shareholders are the owner. So these are the certain features and meaning of the company we have discussed. Is there any doubts up to here? Okay. Next we are entering into the types of companies. Okay na? I will ask one thing you have to say. I think you know the private company and the public company. So the public company is equal to the government company. Yes or no? Yes or no? No? Okay. What is the meaning of public company? Are you guys are getting my point? What is the meaning of public company? Can issue shares. No private company cannot issue the shares. Huh? So based on the ownership, we are having the totally 4 categories of companies. First one is called as what ma? Government company, foreign company. If you remove, what are the main 2 companies? Private company and the public company. Okay. Tell me what is the difference between the private company and public company? Private company is nothing but limited to that family members or that thing. Public is allowed to perform. No, public is not allowed to perform in that company. Public is not allowed to buy the shares of the private companies. Okay, now only limited to the certain peoples. Okay, now say we have taken the example of Reliance company. Reliance is a private company or public company? Public company. Why you are calling it public company? They are also the relatives only there na. Anil Ambani, Mukesh Ambani, Dhirubhai Ambani. Sir, here public company is nothing but, here the private company means only 20% or 30% maybe they may allow the public, but most of the shareholding will be owned by whom? Family members like cousins, sisters, brothers only. The limited people are unlimited, limited people. If you see the public company, 50% holding will be in the hands of family members and another 50% holding will be the hands of public. Okay now, once the private company converted into the public company, and then public company can list in the share market. You know, I think you know the share market. What is the meaning of share market ma? Where the buying and selling of shares will be there, it is called as what? Share market. What is the meaning of vegetable market? Where buying and selling the vegetables is called as what ma? Vegetable. So here the shares means nothing but securities, stock exchange we can call it as. How many types of stock exchanges are available in the India? 2, NSE and BSE. Okay now. So those 2 are the markets of the share. Okay, I will discuss one by one. See the first one, government company. What is the meaning of government company ma? The holding percentage will be in the hands of whom? Government. It is called as a government company. So as per section 2 of 45, the companies at 2013, more than how much ma? Not less than means it is a more than. Not less than means what? It is a more than 51% of paid up share capital is held by whom? Either central government or state government or partly by central government or partly by state governments. So it is called as what? Government company. It includes a company which is subsidiary of such a government company. What is the subsidiary company and holding company? You can discuss. Okay, no problem. As of now, I think you understand these points. Okay, who is holding the ownership? Government, either central or private or combinedly they can hold. How much? Minimum how much should be there? Minimum 51%. What is the meaning of foreign company, sir? Foreign company means what? It is registered under the Indian Companies Act. No, it is not registered under the Indian Companies Act. It is registered under the own country's Companies Act. But doing the activity in the business, so doing the activities in India, it is called as what? Foreign company. Okay, it is also why you are discussing these all the things, sir. Already we have discussed, we know all the points in the law. Once again, why you are discussing means they may ask an MCQ. That is the reason. And most of the students, without listening in the group 1, they will come to the group 2. I am thinking from those point of view also, and I'm explaining once again. Foreign company means what? Any company or body corporate. In the previous class we have discussed what is the meaning and body corporate. What is the meaning of company? If you take the only Reliance, it is called as what? Company. If you take the group of companies, it is called as what? Corporate. Okay na? So incorporated outside India, in India namma, outside India, but doing the place of business in India, it is called as what? Foreign company. So conducts any business activity in India, it is called as what? Foreign company. I think you understand about this one. And next, private company. What is the meaning of private company? So the restrict the shares of the transfer. So here restriction will be there. Normally we can transfer the share from one person to another person easily in which companies? Public company. We are discussing the issue of shares means we are discussing only from whose point of view? Public company point of view. There always in the corporate accounting we are calling the company means it is which type of company? Public company. It is not a private company because private company cannot issue the shares. There is a restriction of transferability of shares. How many persons will be there? Minimum 2 persons are sufficient to start the private company. Are you getting the point? Minimum how many numbers is required to start the public company? 7 members. What is the maximum numbers available in the private company? 200. Okay now. There is any limit, ceiling limit of maximum in the case of public company? There is no ceiling limit in the case of public company. But when coming to the private company, we are having the ceiling limits. I will explain and I will write the definitions with you and I will explain the differences also. No problem. Once again, see, we can write in the notebook also. What are the points we have to remember? And what is the restriction? Thereafter, prohibited to the public for subscribing the shares and into the company. And shares of private company is listed or not listed? Not listed. Who is having an option of listing? Public company is having an option of listing. Okay, nama. Private company is not having the option of listing. If you see nowadays, if you see the stock exchange like BSE or NSE, whatever the name is available on that stock exchanges, those all the companies are called as what? Public companies or private companies? Public companies. Infosys, if you see, it will be available in the stock exchange. Infosys is also what? Public company. Reliance is also one of the public company. Tata is also one of the public company. But only thing is what? 50% of holding will be held by what? In the Reliance will be held by the Mukesh Ambani or Anil Ambani. So like that will be the remaining 50% only will be transferred from public. Are you getting the point? If 51% is holding by the government, means it is called as what? Government company. There is a lot of difference between the public company and the government company. Okay na? And next, there is a ceiling limit of how much? 200 na. But 2 persons are not covered. Which are the 2 persons are not covered in the 200 members? Joint members. So in some of the situations, 2 persons are jointly, they can purchase the share. At that point of time, we are going to consider as only 1 person or 2 persons? Only 1 person. And next, we should not consider the, next one what? Employees of present and past holding the shares are not considered as a members. So who are the employees are holding the shares? Will be considered or will not be considered? Will not be considered. Either past or present will not be considered. So those 2 points you have to remember. What are the 2 points? Joint member will be equal to the one number, and employees will be considered or will not be considered, amma? Employees will not be considered. Even though there is a lot of restrictions, we are not required. Okay, now we are not discussing the law, we are discussing what ma? Corporate accounts. Only for understanding purpose I am discussing the types of companies. Okay, na? And next one, see the public company ma. So here the public company means the paid up share capital should be minimum of how much ma? 1 lakh. Okay na? When in the case of private company, okay, leave it about the minimum paid up share capital. The minimum paid up share capital of public company is how much ma? 1 lakh. So it is not required. So public company is not a private company, is a private company. Public company is not a private company. So the subsidiary of the company which is not a private shall be considered as what ma? Public company. So next one, unlisted public company will be there. What is the meaning of unlisted public company ma? The public company which is not listed in the stock exchange is called as what ma? Unlisted public company. If it is a listed means what ma? Listed public company. So once again, in some of the situations they can call it as what ma? Listed company. Listed company is nothing but what? Public company only. So separately they will not disclose the listed public company. Listed means public company. Unlisted means unlisted public company they will call. Are you getting the point or not? And next, one person company, I will discuss these points. Listed company, you know. What is the meaning of listed company ma? Public company listed. What is the meaning of unlisted company ma? Public company unlisted. The company limited by shares. Company limited by shares, and there is a another company is called as what ma? Company limited by guarantee. These things we can discuss with an examples in our notebook. Okay na? Holding company and subsidiary company. Okay guys, let us put the heading call it as what ma? Types of the companies. First one we are going to discuss about the private company and public company differences. Difference between public company and private company. So please divide the page into the two parts. One of the side write the private company, so only these points are sufficient for a examination point of view, because they will get what ma? They will give the MCQs. What is the first difference ma? Minimum and maximum members. First is called minimum and maximum members. Here also minimum and the maximum members. Okay, same. Already we have discussed in. So, in the private company point of view, minimum how many ma? Minimum 2. Only one person can start the company ma? Yes, it is possible. Only one person also can start the company. It is called as what ma? OPC, 1% company. So it was introduced in the year of college as 2013. Companies at 2013 only they have introduced about the concept of 1% company. And maximum of how much ma? Maximum of 200. Here ma, minimum 7 and a maximum of no limit. In partnership form, minimum 2 members and maximum 50. More than 50 it is called as what ma? Illegal association. Okay na? So no need. So here in the 200, who are the people are not covered? So in the limit of 200 members, following will not cover. What is the first point mind that? Joint member will be calculated as single member. Will be calculated as, will be counted as single member. And next one, employees will not be considered as a member. Okay nama? Employees will not be considered as member. Next, transferability of shares will be there or will not be there ma? For private company there is no transferability of shares. For public company it is a transferability of shares because what ma? It is listed in the stock exchange freely. So next point is that one. Transferability of shares will not be there or will not be happen. Here ma, shares can be freely transferable from one member to another member. So the last difference, private company can be listed or cannot be listed amma? Private company cannot be listed. So it cannot be listed when coming to the public company can be listed in stock exchange. So these are the main differences. Sometimes they will ask a theory question, write the differences between what ma private company and public company. At that point of time also it is useful to you. And please write the note point. So first, private company should be converted as what ma public company, and then only what we can do ma, we are having the which option, listing option. Okay na, directly private company can be listed. Directly private company cannot be listed. First private company have to be converted into the public company, and then there is a capability of what ma listing companies. So next one, to the heading call it as company limited by shares. Company limited by shares. I think you know the shares. What is the meaning of share ma? It is one of the part of the paid up share capital is called as what ma shares. So company limited by shares means what ma? The liability of the members will have up to the share. For example, I am taking an example of Reliance company. Okay na? And the Reliance company, who is one of the most famous ma? I am taking the Mukesh Ambani. Okay na ma? So Reliance company have issued the shares. In that, one of the shareholder is called as what ma? Mukesh Ambani. So it is a clear visible ma? Not na? Just a second. Okay. In the Reliance company, who is one of the shareholder ma? Mukesh Ambani. He is a shareholder. Okay na? At the time of shareholding, let us imagine the share value is equal to 10 rupees. Let us imagine the share value is equal to how much ma? Only 10 rupees. But Mukesh Ambani is paid till now only 8 rupees. Is paid till now to the company how much ma? Only 8 rupees. Yet the share consideration may be in the form of installments. Are you getting the point ma? The total 10 rupees they cannot collect from the shareholder at that time, at the point of time of allotment only. So I will discuss the total concept in tomorrow's class, no problem. Let us take an example what ma? What is the share value total? 10 rupees. But how much paid by the Mukesh Ambani to the company of Reliance? Only 8 rupees. Remaining how much is the Mukesh Ambani having the liability of 2 rupees. Till how much the Mukesh Ambani to pay to the company ma? 2 rupees is having the liability. So here company limited by shares means what ma? The liability of the shareholder is limited up to the share price. That's all. Okay now. If he is having the losses means how much we can collect ma? In the case of losses of Reliance company can collect from the Mukesh Ambani is how much only? Only the 2 rupees. It is having the liability only to the up to the share value. That's all. Okay now, more than share value it is having the liability or not having the liability. More than share value it is not having any liability. So write this point, you can understand. Where the liability of member is limited up to the unpaid portion portion of share. That means Mukesh Ambani is having still how much liability, Amma? Only 2 rupees. Okay, na? How much he has paid already? 8 rupees. So this is called as what, ma? Company limited by shares or limited by guarantee? Limited by shares. And next write the another one. Completed, Amma? So if you want, you can write this example. So 8 rupees is paid and 2 rupees is what, ma? Unpaid. This 2 rupees only having the liability of Mukesh Ambani. This is only the liability is having by whom, ma? Mukesh Ambani, because that company or Reliance company is called as what, ma? Reliance company is a limited by share company. Okay, na? Next one, put the heading limited by guarantee. Third one, na? Company limited by guarantee. So here I am taking one of the company. Okay, na? There are the 3 persons, person 1, 2 and 3. So last person is a girl. Okay, na? For representing like that. So first person is a boy or girl, amma? Boy. Second person boy and third person girl. Okay, na? So here the first person name is X, Y and Z. So these 3 are the members. Imagine the X has given the guarantee up to the amount of 1 lakh. So what is the meaning of guarantee, ma? In the cases of liability, in the case of losses, how much he has given the guarantee, ma? 1 lakh I will contribute from the company point of view. And Y has given the guarantee up to the 2 lakhs. And Z has given the guarantee up to the 1 lakh. Okay, Nama? So suddenly the company got what, ma? Losses. Imagine the loss is equal to 10 lakhs. In this 10 lakhs, who can compensate, ma? X can compensate, Y can compensate and Z can compensate, because it is a guarantee, okay, limited by what, ma? Guarantee company. Here X can contribute only how much? 1 lakh. Out of these 10 lakhs, X can contribute only 1 lakh, because what is the guarantee given by X? 1 lakh. And Y can contribute only how much, ma? 2 lakhs. Out of these 10 lakhs, only 2 lakhs will be guarantee given by whom, ma? Y. And 1 lakh given by guarantee by whom? Z. And what is the total liability we are having? 10 lakhs. But how much it was gone? 4 lakhs is gone, and remaining should be borne by the company itself, 6 lakhs. It is called as what, ma? Because company is having limited liability, unlimited liability. Limited liability. Whatever the losses, who has to be take care? Company only. But even though this person having what, ma? Having a some soft kind of nature, and he is giving what, ma? Not only they are liable for the share value, they are also liable for the what, ma? Guarantee also. So here limited by share means this fellow has given any guarantee, only the share, only the share. When coming to the guarantee is what, ma? They are responsible for the guarantee amount, and they are responsible for the share also. So this is the meaning called it as what, ma? Company limited by guarantee, and company limited by share. Are you getting the point or not? So you can write the where the liability of a member will be up to the what, ma? Limited up to the amount of guarantee. The liability of member limited up to the amount of guarantee given. Up to the guarantee given. Okay, na guys. Is there any doubts up to here? And last discussion. So only 1 hour are completed. Still 1 hour is there. Okay, na? Okay. Because in today's class it will be a dry concept because all the theory we are discussing. Okay, next one person company. One by one should answer. What is the fourth one, ma? One person company. In shortcut, we can call it as what, ma? OPC. What is the meaning of one person company? Means in the name only is there. One person can also start the company. So it is called as what, ma? One person company. So this option was provided by, in which act, ma? In the Companies Act 2013. They have given the option to start what, ma? OPC, one person company. Okay, now what are the things you have know related to that one person company? Huh? Only one member will be there. Okay, that is only the one. Number of directors should be there. So only one director should be there, or more than one director also should be there. So we can have the more than one director. Maximum how many directors, ma? 15 directors. Okay, now if you want, we can be a more than 15 directors. Yes, by way of passing resolution, no problem. Okay, now don't worry. Those things will not ask in the corporate accounting. Those things are available in what, ma? Group 1 law. Okay, write these points for your knowledge. Can one person company converted into the private company or public company? Initially we have started only one person and we can convert into the private company or public company. Yes, there are certain conditions. If they fulfill those conditions, we can convert into the private company or public company. Okay, now. So first point, in which year this permission have granted, ma? In the Companies Act 2013. And write the second point, first point. Only one member can form a company with the minimum paid up share capital of rupees 1 lakh. Just a nominal amount. Minimum how much should be there, ma? So minimum paid up share capital is must be 1 lakh. If you are having the 1 lakh, you can start the company. Okay, na? That is the one condition. Everyone can start the company, yeah? No. Chai wala can start the company, yeah? No, because the capital will be less than 1 lakh. What is the meaning of capital? Investment of the business is called as what, ma? Capital. I think you know. And next, when coming to the directors, who is the director, ma? Employee or owner? An employee. So divide into the two parts, minimum and maximum. So minimum one director should be there and maximum 15 directors should be there. Okay, na? And there is a conditions, if you want more than 15 also it is possible. I am not going to discuss that point. Okay, na? So next, the main point, you have to remember this point, ma. One person company, can I write OPC? You can understand now. One person company can be converted into what, ma? Can be converted into private or public company. So yes, it is possible or it is not possible, ma? Yes, it is possible. How many conditions we need to satisfy? We need to satisfy the two conditions. Can anyone in the class? I will remember. Okay, I will say yes. It is possible if following conditions are satisfied. What is the first condition, sir? There is a condition that for public companies also having the minimum paid up share capital, private is also there. When 1% company is how much more? Only 1 lakh na. The paid up share capital must be increases. So they will give after 2 years permission. How many years ma? 2 years. So 2 years after incorporation and paid up share capital should be greater than or equal to 50 lakhs. How much should be there ma? Greater than or equal to 50 lakhs. If you want, we can start with how much? 1 lakh. But if you want the conversion means how much should be there? 50 lakhs. And this is the second condition. AAT should be greater than or equal to 2 crores. I think you know how to write the 2 crores. How many zeros will be there? 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 or? Okay. 7 zeros will be there. If it is a 8 zeros, 20 crores. Okay. What is the meaning of AAT? Adjusted annual turnover in insurance claims. So AAT means nothing but average annual turnover. Average annual turnover should be what ma? Greater than or equal to 2 lakhs. If these two conditions are satisfied, then only what we can do ma? If you want, we can convert into the private company or public company. So this is the main ma. You have to remember these conditions in the OPC. Getting bore? No problem. Even though you are getting the bore, I need to continue. Still 1 more hour is there. Just a second, guys. See now, which definition we have discussed, Numa? 1%, where there is. So here only one liner I have given. A company which has only 1 person as a member is called as what ma? 1 person company. But you have to remember those two conditions. That is the reason I have written you. And next, what is the small company, sir? Small company means it is a small. For that reason, it is called it as what ma? Small company. Based on paid up share capital. If the paid up share capital not exceeding the 50 lakhs. Sir, we have seen this condition where ma? In the 1 person company. If paid up share capital is more than what ma? 50 lakhs, then only we can convert into private company or public company. That means less than 50 lakhs means it is called as small companies. Other than OPC. Okay, na? Other than OPC, less than 50 lakhs means it is called as what ma? Small company. Okay, na? Such higher amount as may be prescribed. When coming to the turnover, what is the limit ma? 2 crores is the limit for the turnover. Should be less than 2 crores or more than 2 crores? Less than 2 crores. If it is a more than 2 crores means it is not a small company. Remember these two limits ma. I think you will remember the 50 lakhs easily. So 50 lakh condition is we have seen in the OPC and we have seen in the small company. And 2 crores is the turnover. 2 crores is also seen. Where we have seen ma? We have seen in the OPC. Yes or no? If the more than 50 lakhs or more than 2 crores, we must and should we have to convert into either what ma? Private company or public company. Next one, listed company. What is the meaning of listed company ma? A company which has any of its securities listed in recognized stock exchanges. What is the stock exchange ma? NSE or BSE? What is the NSE full form? National Stock Exchange. What is the BSE full form? Bombay Stock Exchange. If any public company listed in this one or two stock exchanges, it is called as what ma? Listed company. Listed company is nothing but public company. What is the next one ma? Unlisted company. What is the meaning of unlisted company, ma? The company whose shares are listed or not listed, amma? Not listed, it is called as unlisted company. And we have discussed about the company limited by shares and company limited by guarantee. What is the meaning of company limited by shares, ma? That member is liable only to the unpaid portion of the share. Okay, na? Liability of a member is limited by the memorandum to the amount if it is any unpaid on the share respectively held by him. And next, what is the meaning of guarantee, ma? Liability of a members limited by the memorandum of such amount as member may be represented to undertake a contribution of assets and so this is a definition. It is not possible to remember by you. Okay, leave it. Next, unlimited company. So there is a one of the companies like what, ma? Unlimited company means that type of company is having a limited liability, unlimited liability, unlimited liability. Generally, all the companies will have what, ma? Limited liabilities. And next, holding company and subsidiary company. These two are we have left with. So if we discuss, the total discussion of the companies, types of companies will be completed. So the definition of the holding company is simple, ma. What is the meaning of holding company, ma? Other than subsidiary company, it is called as holding company. So what is the meaning of subsidiary company? Other than holding company is called as subsidiary company. Okay, na? So here there are certain conditions. We can take mainly two conditions. The two conditions are, for example, let us take in X. It is one of the company and it is Y is another company. So X is having a holding greater than 51%. Greater than or equal to how much, ma? 51%. Holding is available means it is called as what? X is a holding company and Y is a subsidiary company for the holding company of X. Or either if you are having a what, ma? Voting rights. Okay, na? Without having the capital also we can have what, ma? Voting. Voting means have we are having a participation rights. We can take the key decisions. Okay, na? Or either we can control what, ma? Directors of that particular company. If this any one of the condition is satisfied, it is called as what? There is availability of holding and subsidiary relationship. So you can get to know this one. Next one. If this Y is having another company, call it as Z. Okay, na? So what are the conditions are fulfilled by the X is fulfilled by the Y in the which company, ma? In the Z company. Okay, na? Now again Y is called as what, ma? Holding company and Z is called as what, ma? Subsidiary company. But the ultimate holding company is who? X. So for that X and again Z will be the subsidiary company. So this is only the points they have given here. Once you can refer, you can clearly understand. So why I am leaving means you all know it will be getting a bore. So this is the ultimate discussion of what, ma? Types of companies. So based on the ownership, how many types of companies are there? 4 types: government company, foreign company, private company and public company. What is the meaning of foreign, ma? It is registered in India, na? Outside India, na? Having the place of business in India. And next, size: 1% company or small company. What are the two limits of small company? Paid up share capital must be less than 50 lakhs and the turnover must be less than 2 crores. And next one, OPC you can know. Next, listed, ma? Listed company, unlisted company. Public company which was listed is called as listed, unlisted is called as unlisted. Liability: liability by guarantee, liability by shares, and next one what, ma? Unlimited liabilities. And next one, holding and subsidiaries. We have discussed all the types of this one, and we have discussed the feature, and we have discussed the introduction. Nothing but what is the meaning of companies. And next we are entering into the main core part. What, ma? Into the accounting part. Okay, even though if you are not having the interest also, I need to discuss in more 20 to 30 minutes. Okay, na? I will enter into the what is the meaning of share, types of shares, all the discussion. So we should maintain what, ma? Books of accounts should be maintained by every company under the section of what, ma? 128. Books of accounts should be maintained. So where it can maintain, ma? It has to be maintained in a registered office. What is the meaning of registered office? Means in the MOA there will be a classes. I think you know. Not first class, second class, third class like that. What, ma? Name class, subsidiary clause, associative clause, like that. There is a one of the clause is called as what ma? Address also will be there. That particular address which was mentioned in the MOA is called as what? That particular address only, it is a registered office of the particular company. In that registered office only we have to maintain what? Books of accounts. What is the meaning of books of accounts? Journal, ledger, subsidiary. These are called as what ma? Books of accounts. What to maintain? What are the things we have to maintain means the relevant books and papers of financial statements of every financial year which has given a true one for you. Nothing but financial statements we have to maintain. What are the financial statements we are having? We can discuss, no problem. On whose books? The company books office. The company branch offices or the company other officers explaining about those transactions. So not only the particular company books, that branches are available now. Those branch books also should be maintained in the particular registered office. So method. So which method we have to follow ma? You know already. Double entry system we have to follow. Based on which one ma? Based on accrual basis we have to follow the books of accounts. So this is the main important point they will ask in the examination. What is the method? In which method we have to follow? Which method ma? In the double entry system of accrual method. So the mode of books, either physical form or electrical form. So what is the meaning of electrical form? Different types of software will be there. Like you know, I think Tally. Tally is one of the software. It is called as electronic. What is the meaning of physical form? Like journal book, ledger book. So nowadays the physical form is available or not available? Not available. All the thing is called as what ma? All the thing are electronic only. So nowadays the pure love also we can get, we cannot get. We can both all the loves are what ma? Artificial only. So in the orange film, if you know the orange film, in that at that point of that movie should be released now ma. If that particular movie released now means it will be get what? More number of collections. So unfortunately it is happened. So now we are going to discuss about what ma? Financial statements. So it will take 5 minutes. So let us bear with me. So what are the financial statements? You know. What is the meaning of final accounts? What are the final accounts ma? Trading account, P&L account and balance sheet are the final accounts. Here the financial statements means nothing but, so these are the financial statements. First one is called as what ma? Balance sheet. And next one what ma? Profit and loss statement. And next one cash flow statement. And next one what ma? Statement of changes in equity. And explanatory, nothing but notes to accounts. So here we need to know how to prepare the balance sheet, and we need to know how to prepare the P&L account, and we need to know how to prepare the cash flow statements. So these three we are having in the corporate accounts. Okay, now statement of changes in equity is there or not there? It is not available here. It will be available in the final level. You can learn there. So, and the notes to accounts will be a forming part. So under the balance sheet, the notes to accounts will be there. So that is one of the financial statements. You may get an MCQ. Which of the following is not a financial statements? Can you repeat once again? What are the financial statements ma? Balance sheet, profit and loss account, cash flow statement, statement of changes in equity, and next one what ma? Explanatory notes to attach to the forming part of, nothing but what ma? Working notes we can call it as. So see here the schedule 3. What is the pro forma they have given ma? As per Companies Act 2013, schedule 3, part 1 is called as balance sheet and part 2 is called as P&L. So here also they will give sometimes as an MCQ. Part A is dash what ma? Balance sheet. Part B is dash what ma? P&L statement. And the board of directors of the company shall rely on the financial statements in the every general meeting. There will be a concept called as what ma? General meeting available. So extraordinary general meeting, normal AGMs, annual general meetings, we have to disclose what ma? Financial statements. Compulsory the auditor should be there available in that annual general meeting. I think all the discussion you know. Okay na? Next one. So this is the overall picture about the first chapter. What is the first chapter? Introduction to the company. Okay na? I think it has taken really 1.5 hours. So is there any doubts up to here? No. Okay now further discussion I am continue. Okay na? Only 20 minutes ma. It will be interesting from now onwards. Can you say the meaning of share? What is the meaning of share, ma? It is a part of share capital divided into the small denomination is called as what, ma? Share. It is a small part of capital divided into small denominations is called as what, ma? Shares. How many types of shares will be there? Mostly two types, equity share and preference shares. So next we are having the two types of shares. Equity share and preference shares. What is the meaning of equity share and what is the meaning of preference shares? So this is only the discussion we have to be done. Okay, na? Same, you are having the knowledge in this also, but I need to explain. Okay, say what are the differences between equity capital and preference capital? Here, equity means one ra, preference means not a one ra. Can I write? I am taking an example. Equity is like a brother and sister. Equity is like a brother and sister. Preference is like a cousins. I think you know the cousin. What is the meaning of cousins? Your mother will be there, na? For your mother, sister will be there, na? For your mother, sisters, children will be there, na? Those people will use it to call it as what, ma? Cousins. Who is the brother and sister? Own brother and sister. For you is having any brother means, okay, na? Your brother is small means it is called as younger brother. If your brother is big, more than your age means it is called as elder brother. I think you know the relations in English. Okay, now I am continuing. I am taking an example of equity share is like what, ma? Bro and sis. Bro and sis means nothing but brother and sisters. Okay, now preference share is nothing but what, ma? Cousins. Okay, now remember like that you can understand the concept of equity shares and preference shares. Here the rate of different dividend is fixed, ma. The rate of dividend is fixed or not fixed. Sorry guys, just a second. Is not fixed. Here, ma, the rate of dividend is fixed. Just for an example, I am saying, okay. First of all, you need to understand about the dividend. What is the meaning of dividend, ma? What is the meaning of interest? For suppose you have taken a loan or you have made a fixed deposit. Okay, now if you made the fixed deposit into the bank, what is the return we are going to get? Interest. So in the same way, on the shares, what is the return is going to get by the shareholders? Dividend. Dividend is nothing but what ma? Return on shares is called as a dividend. For the dividend rate, what is the meaning of rate ma? Percentage. For example, if any person invested in 10 lakh rupees in a particular company, on the 10 lakhs, 10% dividend they are saying. 10% is nothing but what ma? Rate of dividend. How much that particular person is going to get? 1 lakh. So that is the nothing but what ma? Rate of dividend. For the equity shareholders, the dividend rate is fixed or not fixed, amma? Not fixed. It will be fluctuated. So first, but the dividend rate is fixed to whom? The dividend rate is fixed to the preference shareholders. Generally, if you seen, our cousins come to our home, preference will be given to whom? Our cousins. First we will satisfy whom? Our cousins. Then after only we will eat. Are you getting the point or not? Or otherwise we will fight each other. First I should eat. There is a one film called it as, I think you remember or not, there will be a Lawrence, Raghava Lawrence. He is a dance master in the Tollywood film industry, if you don't know. In that particular movie, there is a one of the ashramam. In that number of people will be there, and that ashram head is particular head is having one of the own boy. While putting the food, that particular own boy, nothing but what ma? Boy will be stand in the front of the line, but what is the movie name? Kanchana. Okay. The movie name is what ma? Kanchana 3. But the mother will put the food to that particular own child first ma? No. Why ma? Because remaining children will be get the feel. For that is the reason first we have to satisfy what ma? Outsiders, if the outsider come into to our home. So for that is the reason here the dividend rate is fixed, and for us the dividend rate is fixed or not fixed, ma? Not fixed. And we are giving the preference to whom? Preference shareholders. So that is the reason we are going to call it as that type of shares is called as what ma? Preference. In English, preference is nothing but giving importance. Giving what ma? Importance. And next one. So first we have to pay dividend to whom ma? We have to pay dividend to the preference shareholders. Then after the dividend will be received by whom? Equity shareholders. So dividend will be received after the payment of dividend to equity shareholders. Here ma, we will get the dividend. First, dividend will be paid to directly for those preference shareholders. Right to receive dividend will be available. Right to receive dividend will be available before sorry guys, preference shareholders. Okay. Testing. Preference shareholders. Here equity shareholders. Is there any preferential rights is having between the preference shareholders? What is the first one ma? First one is a dividend rate is fixed and dividend will be paid to whom ma? Preference shareholders. Then after only the equity shareholders. The last one and very important one is nothing but voting rights. Not the vote. Voting rights will be available to the equity at the time of voting. Okay, if you want to purchase any car into the home, Who has to vote? Brother and sister should vote, cousins should vote, brother and sister. The voting rights will be available to whom? Equity shareholders. So voting rights is available. Here ma, voting rights is not available. Complete amma. And next last point. At the time of repayment of capital, okay na? At the time of repayment of capital, we will get only after preference shareholders. But who will get the first ma? Preference shareholders. At the time of repayment of capital, we will get before equity shareholders. That means the mainly two rights are available to the preference shareholders. What are the two rights ma? Dividend rate is fixed and dividend they will get before the equity shareholders, and repayment of capital is also they will get before the equity shareholders. So these are the 2 points. These are the main points related to the equity shares and preference shares. Please take a note of it. And we are entering into the main part, the issue of shares. Okay na guys? Completed amma. So the next one, types of preference shares. I think you know the types of preference shares. What are the types of preference shares? Any one type. Cumulative, non-cumulative. Okay, next one. Redeemable, irredeemable. Next. Participative, non-participative. Okay, next. We can discuss one by one, no problem. First one, the main difference is called cumulative and non-cumulative. I'm not writing the preference shares. These are the types of preference shares only. These are not the types of equity shares. So cumulative and non-cumulative. First of all, we need to understand the meaning of what is the meaning of cumulative and what is the meaning of non-cumulative. You can understand easily about that type. Okay na? For suppose, if you go on to your grandmother's home, okay na? Grandmother means either your mother's mother or your father's mother. Who is having the more love on us? Mother's mother only will have the more love on the normal people. Okay na? Okay. I am taking this one as what ma? Grandmom is nothing but what ma? Grandmother. So there will be a house. So don't try like these diagrams. This is a house of whom? Grandmothers. Okay. If you go to the grandmother's house, let us example, yearly once we will go. Okay, na? Each year, okay, while going to the first year, my grandmother has given 5,000 rupees in the first year. In the second year, I have not gone. Second year gone or not gone, amma? I have not gone. Third year also I have not gone. But suddenly I have went to my grandmother's home on the year of fourth year. My grandmother is giving now. So you have not come in the second year, na? And you are not coming in the third year, but directly you are coming on which year? Fourth year. I will give 5,000 of second year and 5,000 of third year and 5,000 of fourth year. Totally how much she is giving now? 15,000. That means even though we are getting the last year's ones, it is also called as what, ma? Cumulative. So that means here in this 15,000, second year is there, third year is there, and fourth year is there. So this is called as what, ma? Cumulative. But the grandmother is giving only 5,000 means it is not a cumulative. So replace the grandmother as a company. Replace the grandmother as what, ma? Company. Okay, na? And here 5,000 pocket money is nothing but dividend. 5,000 pocket money is nothing but what, ma? Dividend. So dividend can be given by the company only in the case of profits. So in the first year we have got the profits and we have given a dividend of rupees how much? 5,000. And second year we have not get the profits. We are unable to repay the dividend. Third year also we are not getting. Fourth year also we are getting. At that point of time what we are doing, ma? So we have not given the second year and third year. We are compensating the second year, third year and fourth year dividend also. If like that the particular preference shares are getting means it is called as what, ma? Cumulative preference shares. Otherwise it is called as what, ma? Non-cumulative preference shares. I think up to how many years they can compensate like that? Only up to 3 years. Only up to how many years, ma? 3 years only they can make the cumulative. Otherwise they can make the cumulative or they will not make the cumulative. They will not make the cumulative. So I think you understand the clear picture about the cumulative and non-cumulative. So just write the meaning of cumulative. So opposite to the cumulative is called as what, ma? Non-cumulative. So cumulative preference share is nothing but entitled to get arrears of preference dividend up to how many years, ma? Up to 3 years. Here the 3 years are important. What is the meaning of non-cumulative? Not entitled to get the what, ma? Arrears dividend up to the maximum of how much? 3 years. So these are the types is called as cumulative preference shares and non-cumulative preference shares. And next one is called participating and non-participating. Participating and non-participating. Where we need to participate? Where, in a dance competition, singing competition, or what? Where they need to participate? Who need to participate, ma? Preference shareholders. If they are participating on surplus profits, they are participating on which profits, ma? Surplus. What is the meaning of surplus, sir? For example, in the current year we have got totally 1 lakh rupees of profit. Imagine how much rupees of profit you have got, ma? 1 lakh. In this 1 lakh, so the dividend we have given in the form of dividend 50,000 we have given to preference shareholders. Given to whom, ma? Preference shareholders, PSH. And 30,000 we have given to equity shareholders. Okay, na? Still we are having the surplus profits, or we are not having the surplus profits, sir? We are having the surplus profits. How much? 20,000 is surplus profit. In this surplus profits also having a participation of whom? Preference shareholders. That type of preference shareholder is called as what, ma? Participative preference shares. Having the right means it is a participative. Having the not right means it is called as what, ma? Non-participating preference shares. There is a myth that participation means in the company decision making. It is not participating in the company decision. Who can make the company decisions? Directors. Who is having the right to approval? Equity shareholders. It is not having because who is having the voting rights? Equity shareholders having the voting rights. So that is the reason who can approve, ma? Equity shareholders. Here the participating means having a right to participate in what? Surplus profits. Okay, na? So write the definition there. Participating means right to participate in surplus profits. What is the meaning of non-participating, ma? Not having right to participate in the surplus profits. Is there any doubts up to here? So we have completed the two types, cumulative, non-cumulative, and second one is called as what, ma? Participating and non-participating. And third one, converting and non-converting. Only 10 minutes. After these two discussions we can go. Convertible and non-convertible. What is the meaning of convertible? Where we need to convert? Equity shares. So the persons who has having the right to convert into the equity shares, it is called as what, ma? Convertible preference shares. Okay, na? So the preference shareholders having right to convert into equity shareholders is called as what, ma? Convertible. Otherwise it is called as what, ma? Non-convertible. Next one, the final point, the fourth one, redeemable and irredeemable. Sir, generally we have to repay, yes or no, ma? For the preference shareholders, we have to repay in before the payment of what, ma? Equity shareholder. Redeemable means have to repay. So redeem means nothing but what, ma? Redeem is equal to repay. Redeemable means we have to repay. Irredeemable means having, we are not having right to repay. But preference shares means in India, irredeemable preference shares are not allowed. Only which type of preference shares are allowed, ma? Only redeemable preference shares are allowed. But in some other countries, they can issue what, ma? Irredeemable also. What is the meaning of redeemable, ma? We have to repay to preference shareholders to whom company has to repay is called as what, ma? Redeemable. So here the important point they may ask in the examination. Please write the note point. Completed, amma, this one. Redeemable means we have to repay. Irredeemable means in India we can issue means what ma? Nothing but giving. We can issue only redeemable preference shares. So here the limit also 20 years ma. Maximum of how many years? We have to see 20 years. Within 20 years we have to redeemable to the preference shareholders. So these are the main types of preference shares. What is the first one ma? Cumulative and non-cumulative. Cumulative means having a right to receive the dividend of unpaid up to how many years ma? 3 years. Participating means in the decision making in the surplus profits. In the surplus profits, it is the most important ma. They may ask the MCQ. Okay na? They will give the 4 options. What the surplus profits, decision making and the remaining. So we have to tick the correct one, surplus profits. Convertible means having right to convert into the equity shares. Redeemable means we have to repay. Must and should the preference shareholder have to be repaid. So these are the discussions we have seen in this today's class. What are the discussions ma? So overall introduction we have completed. So we have started the discussion with the unit 1 introduction to the companies, but we have gone to the unit 2 also. What is the unit 2 ma? Issue of shares. So here the mainly the business can be done in how many forms? 3 forms: sole proprietor, partnership and company. So only one means sole, more than one means it is called as what ma? Partnership. Why the people used to more focus on company ma? There is a feature called as what? Limited liability. And then after features, separate legal entity. Business is a different person, owner is a different person. And next one, perpetual succession. Even though the shareholders are died, can continue or cannot be continue? Can continue because of freely transferability of shares. Limited liability and the common seal of a signing capacity. And next one is called as what ma? Types of companies. We have seen the different types. So based on the ownership also we have seen. So what are the main companies ma? Based on ownership? Just a second. So based on ownership, you are having the government company, foreign company, private company and public company. So government means more than holding capacity will be available in the hands of government. Foreign company means not registered in India, having a place of business. Private means there is only limited to certain family members. So all the things we have seen: listed companies, unlisted company, liability, limited liability. Unlimited liability is there, limited by shares, unlimited by guarantee. And all the types of companies and types of shares and types of preferences we have discussed. So that's all about 2 days. So thank you for your participation in the class. In tomorrow onwards, the theory part will not be there ma. Directly we can enter into the journal entries. There I will discuss about the modern approach and all the things. Okay na? Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye bye.